Hi, and Happy New Year, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Better Than Fiction with Jeanette and Eden. To start us off with this, we want to talk about our reading challenges for the year.
And what TBR means and how to get your TBR list down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So TBR stands for to be read. Pretty simple.
If you're anything like Eden and I, you probably have large stacks next to your bed or maybe on the floor that's actually exceeding the height of your bedstand, or potentially so many on your coffee table that you can watch a TV even if you wanted to instead of reading. So Eden and I were talking that we needed ways to not only enjoy the new materials coming out, but to get down those TBR lists because we still want to read those books.
Yeah.
So we are going to be inviting you to our challenge and our techniques for reading on our to be read lists.
Mm-hmm. Our first challenge is our TBR for 2023. What you'll get at the front desk, we have all of these pieces of paper available for you, but you'll get this blank piece of paper with 1 through 12, and you'll fill in each line with a book that you have on your TBR list. And the first Tuesday of every month, we will do our TBR Tuesday video where we'll pick a number from our mug here, and whatever number corresponds with
Your book
with
title.
the book title to read. So for January, since we're posting this late, we will be doing book 6.
Book 6 on my list, that is The Memory of Animals by Claire Fuller.
And mine is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Garcia Moreno.
So we're excited. I am actually really excited. The cover on this book is really cool looking. Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited. And because Eden is so efficient, she put on our reading challenge bingo. And yes, Eden and I are doing all the challenges ourselves so that we read a wide variety and we kind of have that mental deadline a little bit, so that we kind of keep moving all year long. So our reading challenge bingo is you just read per box, cross it off when it's done, and in December of 2023, you bring your bingo sheets in for a chance to win a prize. So some of the squares on here is to read a book that was on the short list or the long list, as well as to read short stories. So I am choosing to read 7 Empty Houses, which was on my TBR list for my short stories. Even though it was on a word list, I cannot use it for 2 squares. So I have to read something else off an award list to get this count to count that box. So I'm pretty excited about this. It excited me when I read about it on the long and short list. So here we go.
And my first bingo square that I'm gonna try is I Kissed Sarah Wheeler. And I'm gonna use this one for my LGBTQ plus book. It also could count as a young adult fiction book. This author also wrote one of my favorite books is Red, White, and Royal Blue. So I'm looking forward to trying this one out too. Another challenge that we have was self-imposed by myself. I chose to challenge myself to read 1 nonfiction book a month. So we have our nonfiction challenge of 2023. On here, you're gonna have each section of the Dewey Decimal System on here, and it has kind of brief descriptions of what that is. For example, 300s is Jeanette's and I's personal favorite. It's social sciences, and it hits a wide array of reading for this. So you would put your title in and the author, and then you're done there.
So because we are doing this together, I'm also doing the nonfiction challenge. One of the first books is in the 300s, and it is Disasterology that came out last year. It looks at all the different crises that we have as humans, everything from COVID-19 to massive flooding to derechos in Iowa, just to kind of see and read about how it's affecting our society now, and then looking at those disasters historically as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to that particular one moving forward.
Yeah.
So I already have a couple of others picked in my biography. This one's interesting because it's a biography of a book. It's the Gutenberg Bible and the history, where it's been, who's owned it, and all the history behind it. And so I'm looking forward to it. You don't read about a history of a book very often, so that has fascinated me.
Cool. Another fun way to decide what book you should read next is through what'd you call this?
Book prompts.
Book prompts. So, Jeanette said, find a cute jar. I found a cute jar, and she filled it with her book prompts here. And our first book prompt is gonna be...
It is read a YA book.
There we go.
So this month, if you were doing book prompts, you would bring a young adult book. Our young adult books in the library are located over by the nonfiction in kind of our little alcove over here, overlooking Lincoln Park. So it's lovely. Come choose a YA book. So what we have given ourselves a challenge is we cannot use the same book for different things twice. So a YA book that I wanted to read was Parachute. I like the cover. It has a little bit of dark mystery and talks about some relationships between a non-group of high school students. So I was looking forward to it. So this is what I'm going to pick up. It was going to be a bingo square. Now it's going with my book prompt instead.
There you go.
But you can do this in your own home, or you can follow along on our first Tuesdays.
It's really easy to find book prompts online too, so you're not going to go without some prompts there. And our last...
And our book tracking. Book tracking. It's book tracking. There are lots of ways.
Yes. One way is through our 23 books in 2023. It's just a blank sheet of paper, or not blank. It's a book with a bunch of blank books. So you'll just fill in the book titles as you finish reading. This is great for anyone, all ages here. It doesn't have to be just for kids, it can be for adults too. It's a fun way to visualize 23 books that you've had read this year.
One of our favorite ways is also to do a book journal. I used to do this all the time, and then I got away from it, and I don't know why. So Eden and I decided that this was necessary. It helps keep our thoughts in order, especially as we do book clubs here at the library. I feel I would be more organized again. I know some of our book clubbers do it, and they have such wonderful and interesting insight things that they don't forget. So it's wonderful. Eden and I chose Cats, Books, and Tea because besides the book club session, we also
have a cat and tea obsession.
Have a cat and tea, and that it, kind of stereotypes us as librarians, but we just can't help it. We fit that. Some stereotypes have some truth to them. So this is what we will be using. We got them on Amazon. They're less than $6, but they go through. They allow you to keep your notes, all your book stuff. You get to rate it. Just kind of handy. Those in our book club and those that are doing our prompts will have a chance to win this for maybe 2024. These are some that we'll be giving out, and they have the same information. They just lay a little bit flatter, but we like them. I thought they were nice, and for those in the Classics Book Club, this is right up your alley. It's perfect.
Well, we are just excited to have these challenges out there for everyone to do and track along with Jeanette and myself. We're excited to push our reading a bit more.
Exactly. So we'll be sharing our reading journey, not only our journals, but our journey this year. And we invite you to share yours. Please comment below on what you're reading, what you're excited about, or just come in and talk to us. we probably spend at least a little portion of the week talking about books and how we can make sure that everyone learns about them. So please tell us about yours.
Again, our prompts are read a YA book, and on your TBR list, book number 6.
Will be for this month. See you next time.